Okay, so Dinah, let's have a look at these next two. This is a better title, isn't it? A little bit more realistic. Um, so do you think it's better for students to work before university study and why? So this is a sort of like a yes, no. Share reasons and specific examples to support your choice. So entering the labour market, you need to have an article there. Temporarily before attending university may bring some benefits to students, yet I believe this gap might cost them time and even hinder their educational attainments for reasons that will be outlined hereinafter. Okay, very nice. So a little bit short, that intro. So I might go here, just such as, and you could go experience or contacts or something like that. Okay, um, but you've got your opinion in there and you've got an understanding immediately of the title, so that is great. 1 year or even longer working period before beginning one's major field. Uh, Now, one's major field, and I think you have to say of study. I know what you mean, but I think you might need to say that. Could cause graduates. Now, really watch out. I'm sure we've said this before. Don't forget my modal verbs. Will is not good enough here. Could, might, may. These are really important. Either of those, any of those. Cause students to graduate later. Okay, and what's the problem? Individuals who undertook a temporary job in comparison with their fellow students of the same age have less experience in the same career, in effect, since dexterity and expertise directly affect that you want that one on one's wages. It means less income than their peers. Okay, let's just unravel that. Graduated at a later age. Okay, let's just go with what you had. Individuals who undertook. Now, you've gone past simple. I would go present perfect. Have undertaken a temporary job in comparison with their fellow students of the same age. And then here again, here might have less experience in the same career. But if they've taken the temporary job, they might have more experience. And do you mean career? I think you do. In effect, since dexterity and expertise directly affects one's wages, this may mean less income than their peers. Okay, it's just this bit about in comparison with their fellow students. So I would go they might have more experience. This is just to do with my comprehension. Okay, it's very important that I understand exactly where your argument's going. So it could be just a little of just the um, wrong word in there, or it could just mean that I don't understand. But maybe could you read that through again and can you make sure you understand what you're saying there? I think that's quite important. But otherwise, nice. I like the structure of it. The structure is good. It holds true, especially for careers that take a long time to graduate from, such as medicine. Uh, yeah, can we make this a bit longer? In terms of the impact of this approach on individual social lives, so the argument goes, you don't need so. The argument goes that people who postpone uni are more likely to be engaged in high-risk behaviours, for instance, substance abuse. You can't put this in brackets. Uh, tend to, you'd have to put it here. Tend to, in commas, based on a survey, you'd have to move it up to there. And then another comma. Don't use the brackets, you don't need it in this kind of exam. Become engaged in high risk, for example, substance abuse. Such possible misbehaviours and risky activities may hinder students from successful higher education, consequently from a proper job perspective. Okay, I kind of think I know what you're saying, but I also sort of think it's a bit confusing, that paragraph. I kind of think you're saying, yes, it's a good idea, here, then you're going, actually, no, it's not a good idea. So you need to just help me on that one. Maybe do a correction on that paragraph, can you? So I can absolutely understand where you are. This affects the cohesion. The cohesion and the coherence is how it flows. So I need to really, I shouldn't be struggling. I need to go through this going, yep, got it, got it, got it, all the way through. Okay. On the other hand, so if you're going to use this, you need to have on the one hand. So here, on the other hand, you should have however, to signal that you're changing direction. Those who confirm the beneficial article, effective verb gap year, believe in financial and social, believe in the, again, article, social possible positive outcomes of it. Saving money during this time can help students with their future education, although usually these temporary occupations are rather low paid. Good, PAID, very good point here. So, could not make a significant difference to university debt or tuition. Intuition is different. Intuition is like a feeling you have, like a deep feeling inside you. Tuition fees. But very good point. Really lovely language in here. Your vocab in both these essays is excellent. Top. Moreover, even if this period is productive to some extent and becomes a major career, no brackets. For example, in case they cannot be successful in the future, or decide to defer university studies. Defer is a good word. They usually could not help them enhance their socioeconomic. So who's they? This work or such opportunities. So be careful on they, because I'm getting confused. Such opportunities remain unlikely to, and then go into this enhance their socioeconomic level, which is lovely. So your sentence would work like that. Okay, so such opportunities rather than they. To make the point clear, higher education, higher, we say higher, is more likely to bring both respect and prosperity in comparison to, yes, well done, labour work, or manual work, we would say. Low paid manual work. Okay, really nice. That paragraph for me is a lot easier than the first one. To conclude, although working before entering uni, and then you don't need that, it's just uni in general, might provide students with a slight financial profit or slight financial advantage, in my opinion, these, plural, so these, money, not they, people, are not usually significant enough. To offer that the possibility of distracting them, yeah, really nice, great conclusion, strong conclusion there, just that paragraph there. Maybe just rewrite that so I totally know where you're going. Otherwise, super work. Really, really doing well, Dina. This is looking very clean writing. So here you've got a comparison between a line graph, which is obviously changes over time, zone member income, and the static pie chart, so 2000. So different language, you can't really compare. You're going to comment on both of them. Here we go. The line graph demonstrates total member income of a particular trade zone during a decade. Yep. The pie chart, however, details, or whereas, that word we like, the pie chart details a global market share exports year 2000 for 9 different areas. Data used, yeah, well done. And you've done well because I'm sorry, the images are not very clear, so you've done well. At first glance, a generally rising pattern with some fluctuations is seen for total member income. Looking at the pie chart, the greatest global market share, but also while the minimum, yeah, good. You have great clarity in reporting on this. You seem very confident here. Total member income showed a 1 year almost $10,000 billion rise. Okay, showed an almost 10,000 in the first year. And then I don't think you need to put that necessarily. Before rather than between, use the word before. So check up on your linking words if you're not sure here. Before a, or just before. 2 years of steady state before and after this year. A longer term ascending pattern follows the second plateau, reaching plateau where it reaches, you could have, or just reaching another period, or resulting in. So you're up here, I'd go resulting in. Resulting in another period of constant income. Yeah. Turning to market share, the largest proportions are held by, both near 90,000, followed close to, the smallest segments of the chart are made up by, almost 12,000. Each, maybe you could have in here. What you could put in this lovely connecting word again if you want here. Well, Simpson and Fredan, however, with roughly, comprise a slightly smaller fraction. You don't need that because you've already told me that. In comparison with the letters, however, more than. Yes, could you? I mean, you've listed it for me, which is okay, but better might be to compare. So, you could have these small ones, yeah. So these three smallest, equate to roughly the same as that one, or you could group it. So you've got these two look slightly larger, or these three. So the largest shares were held by these. Ranging between 75 to 90, whereas, and the proportion held by Bensland was roughly similar to those two together. I think in a question like this, you have to just do as much grouping as you can rather than just listing. That would be my advice on that one. But Dina, well done. When is your exam coming up? Do let me know because this is looking in good shape. Take care.